Hello and welcome to today's pandemic update video for Friday, August 26, 2022. We continue to see high levels of transmission across most of the country, though the number of counties with high levels has dropped a little bit. It's still pretty bad. 91.19% of counties are in high levels of transmission. Substantial transmission makes up 4.97, so substantial's actually increased a bit. Moderate is 2.14%, low is 1.71%. Taking a look at the variant proportions, which did update today, you'll see there's a little bit of a change. 88.7% is the BA.5 variant. BA.4.6 now makes up 7.5% of the cases, and a large part of that is because of the HHS region in the area of Iowa is now over 17% of the cases. BA.4 is 3.6%, BA.2, 0.12, 0.1 is 0.2% of the cases. And a little bit of an announcement, I will be doing a video over the weekend, probably tomorrow. We will go variant proportions by all the HHS regions. So we will walk through them all because it's getting interesting, and I still believe BA.4.6 is our next wave of concern here in the United States before we have to eventually deal with a 2.75 wave. Taking a look at today's cases. 102,000 new cases reported around the country. That may update a little bit higher yet. There's a few states down here that I still see data from yesterday or haven't updated yet. 594 new deaths today. We're back to being down slightly over last week, but I'm just calling it flat. I mean, if I hit daily report here, it says down 4.4%. The other day it was up. We're just at a plateau, and I don't foresee that getting any better. 778,704 new tests done in the last 24 hours. Majority of this the last 24 hours. However, California, that is a multi-day total. Hospitalizations, this gets interesting. 36,949 people in the hospital. That's down by 1,039. Currently in the ICU, 4,435. That's down by 149. I don't want you to really pay attention to the hospitalizations dropping right now, and I'll tell you why. You have the Southwest here dropping. You have the Plains dropping somewhat. You have the South dropping. However, up here in the North, as we have been telling you about, or I have been telling you about, things are starting to rise again, and hospitalizations do lag cases. But we've already seen a doubling in hospitalizations in Vermont. Michigan has never stopped rising all summer for hospitalizations. And we think more places will start rising. So though the South and the West will continue dropping, eventually that drop's going to slow. At the same time, the North is rising. Therefore, hospitalizations, over time, it may take a few weeks, will probably start rising again. And after we get through the cases, I'm going to show you something really interesting. It's actually quite concerning to me. California, 38,765 new cases. Texas reported a high number of cases for some reason today. I don't know the reason why. 18,763 cases reported here on BNO. Florida, 6,791. That's down slightly again. New York State, I believe this is an incorrect number, or yesterday's number, 4,702. We'll get to the dashboard for New York in a moment. Illinois, 3,800 new cases. New Jersey, 2,484. Tennessee, 4,418. Virginia, 2,791. Indiana, 4,800 new cases. Wisconsin, 1,600. Colorado, 987. Louisiana, 1,944. Maryland, 1,259. Arkansas, 1,100. Puerto Rico, 2,400. Continues to be high there. It's been like that since the start of spring, and here we are at the end of summer. Oregon, 740. Connecticut, 662. New Mexico, 572. West Virginia, 1,060. Montana, 1,714. That is a multi-day total. Delaware, 200. Maine, 328. North Dakota, 715. Washington, D.C., 107. All right, HHS hospitalizations. This is where things get interesting. 37,549 people in the hospital. 77.07% of all beds are in use. 5.28% are being used for coronavirus. Let's come down here and take a look at Pennsylvania real quickly, shall we? Here's Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania has 1,795 people here in my state that are in the hospital for coronavirus. That's about 130 higher than last year. Let's come back here to BNO's website. I want to show you something in Pennsylvania. Come down here to the hospitalizations chart. Alrighty. Look what has happened since spring. Actually, we're going to make this smaller. So back in spring, they really started rising again. They briefly dropped at the start of summer, but then they have been gradually going up steadily ever since. And I suspect maybe next week, if not the following week, we're going to easily pass 2,000. So here we are up to today, August 26th, right? 1,795. Let's go to August 26th of last year. Okay? Now, mind you, at this point we were rapidly rising here. We're steadily to rapidly rising. But look, we're higher than we were last year at this time. We are starting off at another wave that's about to be coming at an already elevated level. And look what happened last year. As you see, it just continued up, and it was just a disaster. We're in for a bad fall and winter season. It's not going to be any better than last year. There may be less deaths, or at least reported deaths, but the hospital scene, it's not going to be any better. And then throw in the fact that we have monkeypox out there too, and it's not good. Alright, Walgreens. That's showing some interesting stuff. From North Carolina on north up to New York State and Massachusetts. Look at that. Positivity's rising. The national positivity is at 35.8%. The rest of the country is slightly dropping, but don't go by that, because even if we come up here into the Northeast, it shows Vermont dropping. That's actually not the case. Their hospitalizations doubled in the last week, indicating they are not testing enough. Coming over here to Texas positivity. 24.46% positive in Texas. Look at antigen testing. This is interesting. 14.28%. But let's zoom in on the current trend. Look at that. It's been trending higher for antigen testing this week. So that's something we're going to have to watch. New York State. Today's cases in New York State were 5,257. So I thought BNO was wrong. And positivity is at 7%. Again, something interesting I can show you. From about the middle of July on, they were steadily dropping. Now look what's happened from middle of August on. Not so much dropping anymore. They have flattened. Next, they're going to start rising again. So the Northeast is entering another wave. Let's take a look at hospitalizations. From middle of July to end of July on, dropping. But now they're not dropping as fast. It's slowed off. Eventually that's going to turn the corner, probably within the next couple of weeks. Rather interesting if you ask me. Alright, coming over here to world meters and looking at some international data. France today reports 18,116 new cases. Brazil reports 18,270 cases, but 136 new deaths. South Korea, 101,000 new cases, 81 deaths. Italy, 21,995 new cases. And we've been watching Italy. They're slowly starting to creep up again. And that could be the BA.275 wave, as 2.75, to my knowledge, has been found in Italy. So they may be on the start of that wave. Russia, 46,000 new cases. They're actually rising. Japan added another whopping 227,139 cases, plus 310 new deaths. And if we look at total deaths, they are currently ranked at 27th position. That's probably going to up to 26th next week, because Chaya, am I pronouncing that correctly? They're not having very many deaths right now, so it's going to be pretty easy for them to bypass that and up themselves in the ranks, unfortunately. Alright, monkeypox outbreak. Today was a pretty bad day for monkeypox. There were a lot of cases today. The United States reported another 506 cases. Spain reported 230 cases. Brazil reported 256 cases. Canada, 22 cases. Italy, 26 cases. The Democratic Republic of Congo, 32 new cases, which they only have 195 cases, so it's rapidly picking up the pace there. Denmark, 2 more cases. Argentina only has 127 cases, and 55 of those were added today. That's bad. And then you have a few other random countries that are starting to see cases now. And real quickly, looking at the worldwide deaths, let's see. There are now 15 deaths of monkeypox with this outbreak so far worldwide. Alrighty, thanks for watching this video. Remember to stay safe, avoid any unnecessary contact or unnecessary gatherings or anything. Remember to wear a mask in public, and if you're going to get groceries or get gas, also wear gloves. Alright, remember, we're all in this together to the end. Thanks for watching, and hit that like and subscribe button down below if you want to see more videos like this. Have a great weekend.